everyone, my name is Denyse UMUNEZA. I'm Rwandese. I live in Rwanda, in Kigali. I'm a language teacher. I teach Kinyarwanda to expats living in Kigali, and I teach Kinyarwanda to Rwandese who were born in different countries and they didn't get a chance to learn Kinyarwanda when they were young. So I teach Kinyarwanda to expats and to Rwandese and to everyone who wants to know and to learn this beautiful language. Kinyarwanda is a language spoken in Rwanda. Rwanda is a country located in East Africa. So Kinyarwanda is spoken in the whole country. Everyone who lives in Rwanda speaks Kinyarwanda. Means like wherever you go in Rwanda, you speak Kinyarwanda. So it's the only one language that is spoken in Rwanda. So today I'm going to explain what I do and also explain a big day that we are going to celebrate for this beautiful language. I started teaching Kinyarwanda in 2010 and I graduated from language department in University of Rwanda. So when I graduated, I started working as a freelancer translator. And then later on, I noticed that some of my clients were asking me how to say things in Kinyarwanda. So when we're on field, most people will be like, how do you say this in Kinyarwanda? How can I greet people in Kinyarwanda? And some would ask me, how can I learn this language? Where can I go to learn this language? So of course, in that time, there were very few classes of Kinyarwanda and very few institutions of Kinyarwanda language, but now there are many. So that's the time I started as a freelancer language teacher. I was working as translator and language teacher at the same time. So I love teaching languages. I love teaching Kinyarwanda mostly because I have a chance to meet people from different cultures, from different backgrounds and from different countries, of course. And for me, it's not only like teaching, it's more like exchanging, because we exchange a lot about the culture, about history, about our countries, about languages, about so many things. So I have really learned a lot of things from people that I teach. And also they come to me to learn and I also learn from them. So it's a kind of exchange. That's why I love my job. So when I started teaching Kinyarwanda, there was a lot of challenges because of resources, materials, and I'm so lucky that up to date there's so many Kinyarwanda books, Kinyarwanda resources, children books to read, and YouTube channels, really a lot of resources. Which means like the language now is being really like invested in compared to 15 or 20 years ago. So it's a very good step. But today I would like to invite everyone to come to me if you really want to learn Kinyarwanda or if you want to improve your Kinyarwanda. So just feel free to approach me and talk to me. We can see what we can do. I'm not really a teacher, I'm a facilitator. Let me call myself like that, because when they say teaching, it's really, people think like, oh, I'm just bringing things and just, teach you, but it's more like facilitating, because most of people I teach are adults, and they really sometimes came to me and knowing something and knowing some expressions, some phrases, and knowing something about the culture, the history. So it's more like sometimes I explain things, explain the grammar, or they ask me questions about our culture and the history and about our country. So it's more really like facilitating to understand some things that they want to understand on their own. So that's why I really like this job, because you are not only teaching, also you get to learn and also to understand people in deep, yeah. So another thing I like is like you teach different people from different age. So means like you teach children, you teach young adults, you teach adults, So you teach really different people. So this is really nice because you get to learn from different categories of people, different cultures, different background. So sometimes we think we are teaching children, but we learn a lot from children. Yeah, I like to play with children. I like to talk with children. I like to learn from them because really they also have many things that they can teach. So then I would like to take this opportunity to invite everyone to come together. Just we are different people, different cultures, but we are one people. So it's really important to think about we are different, but we can also come together as one to really like make this beautiful world a better place to live in, understanding each other, understanding how we are different and be one. So in that sense, I would like to also to include Kinyarwanda as a beautiful language. Sometimes people think, okay, I speak languages, but they don't feel like speaking Kinyarwanda, so it's really big. So it's a big language, it's a very nice language. So for local people who feel like, okay, I want to learn languages, you need to start with Kinyarwanda. Understanding your language is important before you even try to understand other people's language. So it's important for parents to teach Kinyarwanda to their children because it's your language, it's mother tongue. When they say mother tongue means like you speak the language of your parents, your language of your mother. So it's important to teach your children your language because they will struggle when they get older to learn this language. Because I know and I'm sure that there's a time that we need to speak Kinyarwanda and it's gonna be very hard if they haven't started when they're young. So, and it will be a shame for saying like, oh, I'm a Rwandese, but I don't speak Kinyarwanda. So that's why I encourage parents really, it's crucial, it's very important. You start to teach your babies, your children, and the young adults. You start to teach them Kinyarwanda. And when I say teaching, it's not really teaching like how to speak the language. You can teach them a lot of things about the language. You can teach them about the grammar, you can teach them about different things like the songs or the riddles or you can just read books to them, or, you know. That's how they learn vocabulary through all these kind of things that you can teach them. So language is really a big thing, but you can just do what you can, but do something. So I have noticed that in Kigali, some children, they don't speak Kinyarwanda. And it's not their fault, of course, it's parents' fault, because if you send your child to school to go to study, they will teach in English or in French. Of course, they teach Kinyarwanda, but speaking and the language of use is not Kinyarwanda. Most of like private schools, they use English as a medium of instruction, and Kinyarwanda comes as like a subject or just like a lesson. So that means like their speaking of Kinyarwanda in school is limited because of course they have to improve in their English or French or other languages, which is very, very good. I appreciate that because it's really a big chance for children to speak more languages. But remember, in your house, children will be confused because they will be speaking so many languages and they don't really have, because if the school is teaching in English, it's a medium of instruction. So then a media of instruction. So that means like at home should be one language also to facilitate the children to communicate better in that language. So please take time to speak Kinyarwanda with your children so that they get a chance to learn that language, and when they grow up they will be speaking Kinyarwanda as you speak Kinyarwanda as a parent or any other person. So it will be really difficult to learn a language as an adult. I've seen it because having those people, experts who come and really trying to learn Kinyarwanda, and they always say Kinyarwanda is a difficult language, it's hard, it's complex. You know, it's of course I understand because it's a foreign language and most of them, they haven't even had a chance to learn any other African language. So that means when they come in Rwanda and want to learn Kinyarwanda, it's going to be really something new, like a very complex language. And then every time they'll be like, when you're an adult, it's hard to learn a language. but it's not really hard. It's just, it's different. Let's say it's different from learning it when you are a child. So that's why I really want this to be something really important, so that people understand that children should learn their mother tongue and they should learn the languages when they are young. And it's important to speak your mother tongue, because growing up, when you can't speak your mother tongue, most of people feel like it's a shame not to speak your mother tongue, and also you didn't get a chance to interact with your relatives and your friends. So it's also something really difficult. And also to understand the culture. Culture most of the time is learned through the language, the history, and everything really you want to learn about the country. It's easier when you learn it through a language. So that's why I really want people to understand the difference of speaking languages, just for speaking languages and speaking your mother tongue, and why is this really important. So tomorrow, 21st of February, is International Day of Mother Tongue. And we want to really, in Rwanda, because we are Rwandese and we speak Kinyarwanda, it's really good that we speak one language as one community. So we would like really to bring this to, to make you aware about this day, and then to really encourage people to learn this language, so that this language can be taught to children, to people who don't speak it. Not only people, even adults, like those who want to read and write Kinyarwanda, can also feel not ashamed to do that. They should really approach the different schools. There are so many different schools who are teaching Kinyarwanda. And we also have a program called Rwanda Language and Cultural Resources. And we are offering Kinyarwanda lessons. We are offering Kinyarwanda culture, history, and we are facilitating people to understand and learn about Rwanda, about the Kinyarwanda, about our culture. And we want really to have more and more Rwandese children, especially. I really want my campaign to focus on children this time, because those are the Rwanda tomorrow. So we need to start when they are really young, so they feel proud of being a Rwandese, of speaking Kinyarwanda, of knowing the history of Rwanda, knowing the country. So we are starting a campaign which is going to last for 30 days, starting from tomorrow on the 21st of February. And so when I say we, it's like Rwanda Language and Cultural Resources Group. So we have a team of people who are going to really help people to understand how they can learn this language, or how they can improve their language, or how can they learn history and culture. So please approach us. You see our emails and contact phone and names and address on this video. So you are very welcome to join us, and thank you so much for listening today. Murakoze cyane.